John was a legend, man. I mean, he was. There's no touching that. I'm just a fan. I was just a fan.
Subscribe.
You know, nerves was something I had to wrestle with. You know, you get really nervous when a movie comes out or when a show comes out, whether it's going to be good or not. Now, I might not have been pleasant to be around when I was nervous, and it's like, oh, I'm just nervous. Just stay away from me right now.
I mean, even at the top of your game, were you were still nervous?
Well, always. You know, I mean, you know, I think about my brother John a lot, and he was at the top of the game. I mean, he had the #1 album, #1 TV show, and #1 movie in 1 year.
Jesus Christ.
1 year, right? Album, you know, Blues Brothers album was platinum. I mean, he was just the biggest star. And when you get to that point, you get nervous about this part coming down the hill.
Right.
So there's never a moment when you're not nervous in this industry. Right?
Was he like that? Like you even at his peak, he was.
He covered it all up. Yeah, he's a super cool dude, man. Come on.
Yeah.
He was the coolest, man.
Yeah.
And funny.
How is that? I mean, what is that like? How were you guys as kids? Like before everything happened, what was the brother relationship like? The family relationship?
Well, you know, he was 5.5 years older than me, and my younger brother's 5.5 years younger than me. They were born on the same day, by the way, January 24th.
Wow.
So you think about it. He's a senior in high school, and I'm in 8th grade. We ain't hanging out, brother.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want you around. Yeah.
Hey, John, can I go out with you and the senior football players?
Yeah.
I kid.
Yeah.
So when we got older, we got, you know, closer. When I became a little more mature, you know.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was kind of like an only child, you know. He was older. My younger brother was younger. There was nobody to relate to.
Was it, were you both, like, did you get into the industry, like, same time, trying to make it, like, were you guys both going after this lifestyle, or?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Again, he left high school, okay, and then I went into high school. And the theater teacher that, you know, guided John, it was his mentor, it was a great guy. He left the same year John left. So when I got into this high school, was a new theater teacher. He didn't know anything about John. And I was in a speech class, and I didn't write a speech. So I went up and improvised as a hippie. You know, I had this character, and I was yelling at everybody for not being at the demonstration, man. And I got an F on the speech. But he was the theater director, and he asked me to audition for his play that night.
Oh, wow.
And I got the lead role, and that was how it started for me. But what was great was John, you know, there's an old saying, when you drink the water, remember the men and women who dug the well. Mm-hmm. Well, John dug the well for me. Mm-hmm. He showed me Second City, Saturday Night Live. He showed me that there's another way for people in my family to go, opposed to going with my dad, who was a restaurant guy. You know, if my dad didn't lose his restaurant, I'd be serving lunch today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So he dug the well for me and was a model for me. And so I followed. But I found it independently, right, with that director. But then I kind of followed, you know. I went to the Second City and saw him at 16, and I went, oh, my God, John, I want to be here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's almost the best way to do it, right? Because it's like you had someone kind of blaze the path for you, but it wasn't like you were just jumping on coattails or doing it because he was doing it. You found your own way and wanted to do it yourself. It just had, you know, a couple doors maybe open or a little bit easier, right?
You know, when I graduated college, I went right to Second City at 22, right? And I auditioned, and I got in, and I called him, and I said, I got in Second City. He's like, I thought you were more of the drama guy. I thought you'd be more like a Goodman Theater drama guy. You sure you want to do comedy? I said, John, I'm doing comedy too. I
Bro, this is my pool. I feel like that, dude. If my brother started a podcast, I'd probably have him killed.
I was gonna say, come on, figure out your own thing, dude. Can't be two of us in here. That's funny. There could be two Belushis.
I am just an actor.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I am. John was a legend, man. I mean, he was. There's no touching that. I'm just a fan. I was just a fan. That's why when I got offered Saturday Night Live, they were going, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You know, your brother did it." And I said, "Wait a minute. What are you talking about?" I went to Second City. The Second City, our next step is something like Saturday Night Live. These guys, again, blaze the road for improvisers. Mm-hmm. And I'm just an actor. I'm just a fan. Anybody would want to be on Saturday Night Live. I'm not going to say no.
No, hell no.
That's crazy.
Get the fuck out of here. That's nuts.
Guys, they're going to beat you up. And I want, let them, man.
Who cares?
This is a fucking great thing, man.
That would be
And they
nuts.
were gentle. The audience, everybody was so nice to me when I started Saturday Night Live. So it was cool, man. I've had a cool career.
All right, we got to get to 100,000. I want that 100,000 plaque. We've got a goal for all you out there, for everybody. At 100,000 subscribers, Polly Feidelberg will join us on the show. Maybe. Well, if not, we'll probably have to trick her into it. But at 100K, you will get Polly content. So subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications so that you're always watching. Leave a comment below. Talk about it. Post about it. Spread word. Tell your friends. 100,000 subscribers on KFC Radio for Polly Feidelberg. Let's make it happen.